Hey everybody, how's it going? I hope you're having a fantastic day and start to your 2024. Mine is starting overall better than my 2023 went. At this point last year, I think my mom had already had surgery and Glenna had been attacked and had to have surgery, and I believe Murphy had even already been to the emergency vet at this point. So things have been going overall much better. My mental health has not been great, but even that is improving. So I figured I would go ahead and start off the vlog now because I didn't feel like I was in a good headspace to start it before, but I feel like I am now. Right now I am sitting by the fire, which has actually mostly died out at this point, but you can still hear it a little bit and it's still warm. And I have Miss Chloe, who I know y'all have not seen in a very long time. She is in vlogs, but since my brother moved out, he took her with him, and so she hasn't been here. But he brought her and his cat Morpheus here, and then he will be here later after work because of his heat went out. And so while she is here, I'm getting lots of cuddles in, but I'm sitting by the fire so that way she can stay warm. I'm also rewatching old episodes of Upload because I want to watch the newest season, but I want to wait until after I rewatch the episodes because I've seen the previous seasons already, but I want to rewatch them before I just jump into the new season. So that's what I am watching while I sit with Chloe. Here she is for anyone who wants to see her. Since I have her right here, I wanted to make sure I got her on video. She's all bundled up and nice and toasty because she gets cold so easily, but she is just hanging out here with me, and I am enjoying all of the cuddles because I have not seen her in forever. A couple things I want to show y'all. A couple of months ago, actually back in October, I participated in a fundraising event for Stream for a Cause. I've talked about them before. And for participating, we got candles, and those just came in a couple days ago. So I have those. I have not used any of them yet, but that is not actually what I wanted to show you because I didn't think about it, but I saw them when I came over to show you what I've been working on, and I figured I would show you all these too. So this is something cool that came in. I was very confused because I had forgotten about them because it had been so long. And then I kept getting notifications about a package arriving, and I had no idea what it was talking about and thought it was a scam. And it was not a scam. It was just these. And I just had forgotten that those were supposed to be coming. What I actually wanted to show y'all is I started learning how to loom knit, and I've been making hats. So this is one of the ones that I made. I think this was the third one that I made. It's kind of like a reddish color, I would say, for anyone who can't see. And it's ideally for a child, but I mean, if it's on my head too, so it could work for an adult, depending on how big your head is. But the first one I made is this kind of, I guess you could say, lime green one, and it is a baby hat for a pretty small baby. They're not great, like you can see loose threads and like a loose loop over here that I noticed actually while recording this. So they're not like great, but I'm just starting to learn. So that was the first one I made, and then this one right here is a black one, and it is the second one that I made.
kind of same as the red in the sense that it was using the same loom. So ideally it's for a kid, but an adult could wear it as well. And then I have one more, which isn't quite finished. It's almost done. The ends just have to be woven in, and the top has to actually be closed up, because right now it's tightened, but there's still a hole there. So it's not quite done, but it's almost done. I just need to get help with it, and it is a rainbow one. So these are the latest thing that I have been working on. Like I said, it's not quite done, so there's still loose string hanging off. But that's what I've been working on. I have a few different looms already. 5 round looms, and then 2 long ones. So the first one, the baby hat that I made on this loom, I believe. I can't remember for sure. And then the adult / child ones I've been making on the biggest loom that I have. So these are the ones that I have so far. There are already some that I am thinking about buying, but I have to pay for textbooks and other stuff, so I have been trying to talk myself out of them. But I really am not a fan of these. They're boy looms, B-O-Y-E looms, and they have these little indents on the tops of the peg, like on the side but close to the top, and the yarn constantly gets caught and the threads end up splitting. So I'm not a fan of these, but all of these looms were free, so I am absolutely going to use them. But once they break, or I can afford to get ones to replace them, I will not be buying this brand, because I don't like having the threads constantly getting messed up and splitting because it's catching. Part of it is also just lack of skill, because they kind of separate anyway, but especially on that top part. So I'm realizing now that I believe I was incorrect. This is, I believe, the one that I made my first hat on, the baby hat. It looks really big right now, but actually it comes out pretty small. So I believe this is the first one that I used. Now that I have these all lined up, and I'm realizing that they all have the indent, so it was not this middle one like I thought. But I've used this one, and I've used the biggest one. This one that I used first does not have the indent at the top. It still has the groove for the loom pick, which I love. I love this groove, but it doesn't have the indent at the top, which is really nice. So this one I like better. I don't know what brand it is though, but it's too small for making kid and adult size hats. So that's why I switched to the biggest one that I have. So these are the ones that I have now. And then my mom gave me a bag actually to put my tools in, because I didn't have anywhere, and I said I was going to get a pencil case to put my stuff in, but she said that she would just give me this because she has a backpack for her stuff now. I couldn't resist. I heard him in here meowing so much that I just had to come check on him. You're so silly. So this is Morpheus. Oh. I've been wanting to come in here and see him all afternoon and evening, so there he goes, trying to push the phone down. You're such an attention. He's like, I've been in here by myself all day, with the exception of being checked on a few times. love me. Somebody love me. These pajamas keep getting us shocked. This is melting my heart so much. So I'm gonna hang out in here for a little bit before I go to my room to lay down. I am doing some dog sitting today. I just had some food delivered from Domino's and I'm gonna watch some YouTube videos while I eat it. I've been working on school stuff most of the day because I started classes again on Tuesday. So I'm trying to stay on top of that. I will probably get right back to it once I finish eating, but I don't want to work and eat at the same time. I've done it before, I will do it again, but I'm not in that much of a time crunch to where I feel like I need to. So I want to actually enjoy my food. So I have an Alfredo and cheese pizza from Domino's, and then some garlic bread bites and some cinnamon twists for dessert, as well as I have my icing in this bag right here. And I always order extra because I eat the icing by itself because that's just how I am. I do have an audience wanting my food, but they're not getting any, at least not intentionally. So they can stare all they want and lick their lips all they want, but this is mine. And as for the video that I'm watching right now, I am watching the English Simmer. This is her Growing Together Let's Play. I'm trying to catch up on because I'm way behind. So I'm going to be watching number 34 first, and then I'll just watch whatever I have time for, whether it's just 34 or 34 and 35 or whatever, depending on how long it takes me to eat. This is what I'm going to watch. I have a homework buddy. I came into the office because I needed to do a syllabus quiz, and my MacBook, which is much more portable, is not compatible, as far as I can tell, with the lockdown browser that I have to use. So I came in here to take the quiz and to do some other homework, and so we've just been hanging out together. He has climbed on the keyboard a few times and is just keeping me company and giving me encouragement as I do my homework. So I have moved on from homework to watching videos from the English Simmer. Once again, watching her Growing Together Let's Play that I was watching the other day. And Morpheus is still in my lap. He was actually just totally laying down a second ago, but when I started recording, he popped his head up. He's like, you're not paying enough attention. Whoops, don't fall. But I just want to say that he's been hanging out with me every night that I've come in here, and he'll sit in my lap for a minute or two or whatever, or he'll climb on me. But this is by far the longest that he has just laid in my lap. I mean, I'm not sure how long it's been, but it's been much longer than it has been on the other nights, and it makes me so happy. It makes me so happy that he's just, seems like he's getting more comfortable with me. Not necessarily that he was super uncomfortable with me before, but like I said, this is the longest he's just hung out in my lap rather than laying next to me or a few feet away or whatever. So I wanted to document this because it makes me happy. Tonight, while my mom and I were watching Married at First Sight, I started working on my second baby hat. This is what I've done so far. Got a couple inches,
but the yarn is very interesting. It has these little bumps everywhere. So it's creating a really neat texture. I am liking the way this one is turning out way more than the first baby hat that I did, because the yarn was much thinner and so the holes were much bigger, and so I didn't like the way it turned out as much. Plus it wouldn't be a very warm hat, but not only does this have a cool look to it, I think it will be much warmer as well. But for now, I unfortunately have homework to do, so that is what I'm gonna work on for a couple hours. I am in bed fairly early tonight because tomorrow my mom and I are going to a travel agent event and we're leaving the house at 7 in the morning. So I don't want to be a complete zombie tomorrow during the event. I want to actually be able to soak in as much as I possibly can. And it's already later than I should have gone to bed or would have liked to have gone to bed. But my mom and I volunteered at an event tonight called Night to Shine, a dance for individuals with special needs. So there's obviously the dance floor that's all set up, and there's food and water that's provided, and there's also an area set up where they can get their hair and their makeup done, or get their shoes shined, and get corsages and boutonnieres. And there are photographers taking their pictures when they're in the dance and also when they're walking in, which there's a red carpet that they get to go down, and they have a room for if anyone gets overstimulated, that they had therapy dogs and fidgets and bubbles and different things like that that they could use as well if they got overstimulated. So we helped out with that. We helped out first with the flowers. So I put on the corsages, or, helped them pick one out. And my mom helped with the boutonnieres. And then after that, we ended up getting paired with individuals with special needs, so we were called buddies. We didn't know we were going to be buddies until we were asked to be buddies. So normally if someone volunteers as a buddy to be with one of the guests, then the buddy dresses up as well. But since we didn't know that we were going to be buddies, we wore the regular volunteer shirt and just some pants. So we were very underdressed for being buddies, but it was still fine. I wasn't allowed to take any pictures or videos of the guests once they had arrived, but I at least wanted to show y'all what the setup looked like. So I will go ahead and include that right here. But now I am about to head to bed so that I can hopefully be ready to soak in lots of knowledge at the travel agent event tomorrow. Took a break for lunch, and so Mama and I split a sandwich and some kettle corn, and then we got some
Starbucks. I got a caramel frappuccino, and I'm not really sure what she got, but she got something else as well. Options were very slim pickings for lunch, so this is what we ended up with. I'm getting ready to start the second half of the day.
My mom and I got back home from the travel agent training several hours ago. It was a great day. We were able to get in. We didn't know if we were going to be able to because we didn't actually have tickets. And so when we got there, we just put our name on the wait list. But we did get in. And it was a great day. It was a very long day. We left the house at 7 this morning, I believe it was, to get to the event by 8 o'clock so we could see some of the vendors and things like that before we went into the event. And then the event itself was from 9 to about 3 in the afternoon. So it was a lot of information. My brain was definitely mush by the time we left, and I am exhausted, but I'm so glad that we got to go. And now I can better serve y'all. If you have a dream vacation that you would like to book for you and your partner, you and your family, if you have a trip with your friends that you want to go on, you want to go travel by yourself, whatever the case may be, I am even more prepared to help make your dreams come true. I am sitting out in the hot tub. The temperature definitely cannot keep up. It started at 100, it's already at 98. So I am actually not very warm. I'm kind of chilly, but I am still enjoying being in the hot tub. The outside air is very cold. Anytime anything's above the water, so you know, my head and my neck or my arms or whatever is above the water, it feels like they're gonna freeze. This is honestly a temperature I feel like that my Raynaud's syndrome would be causing my fingers to turn white because it's so cold outside. So I've been trying to stay under the water as much as possible, but I wanted to come sit out here for a little bit because it had been a while since I had done that, and I have a stressful exam tomorrow, and I felt like it was a good way to unwind and kind of chill before I have to take this test that I am not at all prepared for.
So the girls are, whoops, right here. I was about to say they're running around wrestling somewhere, but nope. Murph is right here, and I'm not sure where Glenna is. I think she's back behind, probably. But we have Murphy right here, because I have the thing in the doggy door, so they can't go inside, because Murphy can't be trusted. So they are out here with me, but I have my water cup sitting over there, although I already finished it because I was thirsty, so there's not any more in there, but it is sitting there. And then I have my very risky position. My laptop is sitting on the hot tub cover since it's just folded over. I don't have the whole thing all the way off, so I have my laptop sitting here, and I am moderating for my friend Brett's Twitch stream right now, so I'll also have that going on in the background, although I'm mostly watching the sky to see if I can catch any UFO activity or anything of the sort.
Speaking of my friend Brett, he is someone I have known since elementary school and is a dear friend of mine. He is also visually impaired and is a streamer over on Twitch. He also has a YouTube channel, but on Twitch he is trying to become an affiliate. So he has the minimum number of followers, but he is working on getting that average view count up. So if you would like to go support a great friend of mine reach a big milestone, I will leave the link to his Twitch channel down below. It's twitch.tv/BrettMaddie12. and it's BRETTMATTY, and then the number 12, but I will leave that down in the description. I know whenever I was working towards becoming a Twitch affiliate, it was something that I was very excited for, and it was a huge deal whenever I reached it. I still remember I was in a hotel room whenever I found out that I had reached affiliate level on Twitch. I was at a youth mental health training with a few people, and we had finished training for that day and come back to the hotel room, and I checked my email and I saw that I was now a Twitch affiliate, and it was a really huge moment for me, something I had worked really hard to reach, and I'm still so grateful for that moment and still so proud of not only myself but also my community for reaching that milestone. So it would really mean a lot to me if you happen to be on Twitch and would go support my friend Brett, because I know it would make his day and he would really appreciate it, and so would I. Sometimes I'm able to get him to play Phantom Hysteria with me, but he doesn't do that super often. But every once in a while you may see us play some Phantom Hysteria together, or some Palias, or something along those lines. So just wanted to throw that in there, that if you want to go support him, his link will be in the description, and thank you in advance if you do.
Woo! Murphy's playing Queen of the Hot Tub, standing on the side of the hot tub. Well, her front feet are on the side of the hot tub. Hi, baby. Glenna would never. She would not do something like, oh, okay. Yeah, Glenna would not do something like that. That would be way too close to the water for her. She'll maybe come up next to it, but she wouldn't be putting her feet up on the side like Murph just did. As if having my laptop up here wasn't risky enough, Miss Murphy over there has to make it even riskier by jumping up there with it. My phone was up there too, but I grabbed that. She's just wants to make it as risky as possible, having it up there. And she's just camped out. Just hanging out. Usually she's like pacing back and forth on it. That's what she's been doing the other times she's jumped up there tonight. She just walks back and forth. But no, she's just sitting there now. Oh, now she's on the move. Playing guard dog. I don't know where Glenna is.
So I just finished taking my first statistics exam. I've had quizzes in that class before, but this was my first exam. And technically, students are required to take the exams on campus, but I was able to get an exemption for that because I can't drive and didn't have a ride. So I took mine at home, but in order to take it at home, we have to use a system that basically prevents, or at least, greatly reduces cheating, which is fine. Like, I wasn't gonna cheat anyway, but the issue is that the software that I had to use uses face detection, and so anytime I would lean forward to try to read what was on the screen, typically only my forehead was showing. That's just how it is, even with the font super large. I have to get so close that
the webcam really only catches my forehead. And so that kept happening during the exam, and it kept like stopping the exam and being like, your face needs to be on screen at all times. So I'm a little worried I'm going to get accused of cheating just because I was trying to read the screen. Same thing when I was trying to write stuff down because I was allowed to have scratch paper. So I was literally holding the paper in one hand and like having it resting on the palm of my hand and then writing with my other hand. I couldn't even have my paper flat on the desk because I had to be in frame. So my face kept leaving the frame, or not even necessarily leaving the frame, but being like tilted downward where it wasn't visible. So I'm worried I'm going to get accused of cheating, even though I did not cheat. So we will see. If I don't get accused of cheating, then I got an 86. The instructor has access to the recording and will be reviewing it. That's how it would be regardless of having these issues. The professor reviews it. So I'm hoping that she will look at it and realize what was going on, but I don't know. Also, it records my screen or whoever's screen during an exam, but I was using magnification, so it was super zoomed in, and I'm hoping that won't be an issue either. I don't really know how this is gonna play out. I was so stressed during the exam, not even because of the statistics. That was what I was stressed about going into the exam, was the actual content of the exam. And yes, that was somewhat stressful during the exam too, but honestly, I was so stressed about the, I guess, accessibility issues, or just the, staying in frame issues that I was having, to the point that I was nauseous. And I'm still nauseous. And I've been fighting tears since fairly early in the exam because it was just so stressful. So I am glad to have that done. I am really hoping I don't have to take it remotely next time. My next one, I think, is March 23rd, I think. I know my mom won't be able to take me, but I'm kind of hoping that my dad will be able to take me because that was a nightmare. Also, I was gonna have plans with some friends tonight, but by the time I knew for sure who was gonna be going, I called and there was no more room. So I don't even get to go out and hang out with my friends tonight, and I really need a break. So it's been a stressful day. I'm probably gonna go get back in the hot tub again in a little bit. I need to go do more homework, but I just can't right now. That was bad.
I am back out in the hot tub once again tonight, although this time I'm out here much earlier. I was trying to make sure I caught the sunset tonight because it was absolutely stunning last night, but I was in the middle of eating dinner, so I basically popped my head out for a second to see it and then went back to finish eating. So I wanted to catch the full effect tonight and hopefully catch it on camera for y'all as well. I got a picture of it last night, but again, I was trying to hurry, so I didn't get a video. So I am hanging out here now. I made sure to turn up the temperature on the hot tub as well so that it would at least start out at a warmer temperature. So it is pretty nice as well. The air outside is already very cold, but the hot tub is pretty warm, which I like.
I also did bring my speaker. No laptop tonight, but I did bring my speaker. It is water resistant, so I feel a little bit better having it out here than my laptop. Plus it's, way cheaper than my laptop as well. But it is the speaker that I actually use every time I take a shower. So it's been around water. I trust it around water. I mean, I wouldn't dunk it in the hot tub, but I feel okay having it sitting out next to it. So I do have this as well as my phone.
But I'm thinking about maybe doing a CE5 meditation here in a little bit, probably after the sun goes down. I don't know, I might do it right now. I'm not sure. But I think having my speaker will be an added bonus for playing the signals. So that is another reason I brought it out here.
Here is the sunset tonight. As I was telling my family last night, the phone camera does not do it justice. I got some cool looking clouds over in that direction. That's kind of interesting looking. Like, I don't know, I think that's pretty cool looking. Almost looks like Christmas lights woven through the clouds. But that's what we got going on over there. This is where the main event is happening, over this direction, closer to the back corner of the yard. And then this is what we got going on this side of the house. Cool looking clouds over here too. Here's an update on the sunset. We got some very deep reddish, pinkish over here. It looks really, really awesome. I am so glad I decided to come out here earlier tonight than I did last night. I have been working on statistics homework for a couple hours now, and I finished one assignment and figured before I start the lesson for the next assignment, I am going to take a break and have some goulash that is left over from a couple days ago and watch some of the English Simmers high school years Let's Play, because I never ended up watching that and I just recently got the pack, so I want to watch her Let's Play. So I am gonna watch that while I eat, but as soon as I am done eating, I need to get back to it because I have one more math assignment due tonight, so gotta get on it.
My parents and I are getting ready to go to an Irish festival. I am super excited. I'm tired. I was up till like 6 this morning and it's about 10:40 right now, so I'm pretty tired, but I am very excited, and once I wake up, I'll be good. I just need to wake up a little more than I am right now. But I'm dressed and pretty much ready to go. I gotta grab my glasses, and I'm gonna grab my Apple Watch, although it's only at like 10%, so it's not gonna last very long, but I want to at least get credit for some of my steps that I'm gonna be taking today, because we're gonna be walking a lot, so I am gonna grab that at like right before we leave, which should be any minute now. And we'll head out. Hopefully I can get some footage, but I wanted to let y'all know what we're actually up to before we get there. back home now. We got back a little bit ago from the Irish festival. I had a pretty good time. It was nice to get out of the house for something other than dog sitting and spend time with my parents. So I'm really glad that I got to tag along with them. But I am super tired and very incredibly sore, basically from the waist down. So I was gonna stream tonight once I got home, but I just want to put my legs up because sitting is just not cutting it. So I am actually gonna go ahead and head to bed, but I wanted to let y'all know that I had a good time. I also ended up getting this necklace as well as the crystal that is inside of it, and 3 other crystals as well, all for like $21. My Optavia box was actually delivered today, so I used that as a reason to not let myself get any food while I was there, as far as like to buy and bring back home, because I won't be able to eat any of it in a few days. So I told myself that I wasn't allowed to get any food to bring back home for that reason. But I at least got to get a little something for myself, and I'm excited about it. I did have several free samples while I was there though, and those were really good. And yeah, it was overall a good day. I am glad I got to go, but now, like I said, I'm gonna go to bed. I just got off of my Optavia kickoff call with my coach. My box with my meals and my books came in yesterday while we were at the festival. I'll give y'all a quick peek, but you'll have to stay tuned for a full unboxing, which will probably be the next video.
So here is my box. This has most of my meals for the next 30 days. 1 meal a day has to be prepared by me, or will likely be prepared by me and one of my parents. But the rest of the meals that I will be eating are in here, as well as the books and shaker. But like I said, stay tuned for an upcoming video where I will fully unbox this and show y'all what I got.
Earlier tonight, I recorded my unboxing of my first box from Optavia, so if you want to see that, it will be the next video up after this one. So definitely go check that out if you are interested. My mom also helped me take my measurements and take my before pictures. So we have all of that documented, which I will share with y'all in my first Optavia what I eat in a day kind of vlog, which I'm going to record tomorrow. After we did all of that, I worked on a little bit of homework, and now I am going to get ready for bed. And I am also going to end off this vlog here partially and mostly because this vlog is already extremely long, but also because I am going to be vlogging my first day on Optavia's 5-in-1 optimal weight plan, and I want that to be its own video, so I'm gonna go ahead and end this vlog off here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I apologize, it's so freaking long. But if you did enjoy it, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Do not forget how amazing, beautiful, wonderful, and loved you are. And I will see y'all in my next one. Bye!